A refrigerator is one of the biggest purchases you'll make for your home, and the last thing you want is to invest thousands in the wrong one. The truth? Many of the brands you think you can trust are the ones breaking down the fastest. Today, we're ranking refrigerator brands from worst to best, exposing the overhyped, the reliable, and the few that are actually worth your money. At number 10, Frigidaire, once a household name, now a brand that makes you wish you'd kept your old cooler and some ice. This brand has been coasting on legacy while cutting corners everywhere that matters. Complaints pile up around compressor failures within 3 years, uneven cooling that leaves your lettuce wilting while your milk freezes, and customer service that ghosts you the second your warranty expires. The build quality feels flimsy. Plastic shelves crack under normal use, door seals wear out fast, and temperature controls are wildly inconsistent. Even their mid-tier models, which should deliver steady performance, struggle with basic humidity management. You'll find yourself adjusting settings constantly just to keep food fresh. Their smart features, when they bother to include them, are clunky and rarely integrate well with home systems. The ice makers jam or leak within the first year, and replacement parts take weeks to arrive if they're even in stock. The French door models have weak hinges that sag over time, causing alignment issues and cold air leaks. Temperature swings are common. Your fridge might read 38 degrees on the display, while actually sitting at 42, slowly spoiling everything inside. The freezer compartments are even worse, struggling to maintain consistent sub-zero temps during summer months. Energy consumption is higher than advertised, and the noisier than expected compressor cycles sound like a struggling engine. It's a brand that used to stand for American reliability, but now feels like it's chasing the bottom of the pricing war without keeping up the quality to back it up. Bought a Frigidaire side-by-side in early 2022. 6 months in, it started making this grinding noise at 3 a.m. like a robot dying. Called support 4 times. Each time, they blamed my installation. Year 2, the ice maker quit entirely, traded it in for half what I paid, and never looked back. A relic trading on a name it no longer deserves. And somehow, what's coming next is even more underwhelming. At number 9, Haier. It looks like a bargain, until you realize you're gambling with your groceries every day. This Chinese mega brand flooded the budget market with appliances that look decent on the showroom floor, but fall apart under real-world use. The biggest issue? Inconsistent temperature regulation. You'll set it to 37 degrees and find your fridge hovering anywhere between 32 and 42, depending on the day and its mood. Condensation builds up inside, rusting out metal components and creating mold-friendly environments. Their compressors are loud, not just a gentle hum, but a rattling, buzzing soundtrack to your kitchen. Replacement parts are hard to source in North America, and when something breaks, you're often stuck either paying a premium or dealing with weeks of delays. The door hinges feel loose within months, gaskets peel, and shelves don't sit flush. Energy efficiency is mediocre at best. The interior lighting is dim and flickers, making it hard to see what you're reaching for. Build materials feel cheap. Thin plastic drawers that crack easily, flimsy metal racks that bend under weight, and control panels with buttons that stick or stop responding entirely. The defrost system is unreliable, sometimes leaving thick ice buildup in the freezer, or, worse, flooding the bottom compartment with water. Temperature recovery after opening the door takes forever, meaning your food sits in warmer temps longer than it should. Their customer support is virtually non-existent in most regions, and warranty claims are notoriously difficult to process. For a brand trying to compete on price, they cut too many corners in the areas that actually matter: longevity, cooling precision, and build integrity. You're not saving money if you're replacing it in 4 years. Can you really call it a deal when it stops working before you've paid it off? Let's move on to something slightly less painful. Number 8 is Galens. Stylish on the outside, unreliable where it counts. It's a reminder that looks don't keep your food cold. This brand leans hard into sleek design, brushed steel, modern handles, minimalist control panels, but the internals don't match the aesthetics. Cooling power is weak, especially in larger models. The fridge compartment struggles to maintain stable temps during summer months, and the freezer barely keeps things solid if you live in a warm climate. The shelving is flimsy and prone to cracking under anything heavier than a gallon of milk. Their French door models, in particular, have issues with the center divider warping over time, breaking the seal and letting cold air escape. Customer reviews consistently mention poor airflow design, leading to hot spots and uneven preservation. The control interface feels cheap. Buttons stick, digital displays flicker, and temperature adjustments don't always register. The compressor runs almost constantly trying to compensate for poor insulation, driving up your electric bill while still failing to keep things cold enough. Ice makers, when included, are slow and produce hollow, oddly shaped cubes that melt fast. The water dispenser, if your model has one, dribbles weakly and sometimes stops working entirely within months. Door storage is poorly designed. Bins are too shallow, and bottles don't fit securely, leading to spills and frustration. The crisper drawers don't maintain humidity well, turning your produce into mush faster than it should. Noise levels are inconsistent, sometimes quiet, other times rattling or humming loud enough to hear from the next room. It's a brand banking on aesthetic appeal to first-time buyers who don't yet know what reliable cooling actually feels like. You're paying for the Instagram-worthy exterior and getting supermarket-grade internals. Pretty on the outside, disappointing on the inside. Kind of like a fancy restaurant with mediocre food. But don't go anywhere, because up next is where things get interesting. Before we move on, if you want to make sure you don't waste a bunch of money, hit subscribe and thank me later. At number 7, Magic Chef. The name sounds promising, but the only trick here is how fast your food spoils. This brand used to hold weight in compact and apartment-sized fridges, but they've become synonymous with outdated engineering and underwhelming specs. Cooling efficiency is inconsistent. The thermostat lies to you, displaying one temperature while the actual internal climate swings wildly. Their compressors are old-school loud, and not in a charming vintage way. More like, did I leave the garage door open? Loud. The plastic components feel brittle, shelves bow under moderate weight, and the crisper drawers don't seal properly, turning your vegetables into compost faster than nature intended. Energy consumption is higher than it should be for the size, which eats into any savings you thought you were getting. The defrost cycles are aggressive and inconsistent, sometimes leaving pools of water at the bottom of the fridge. Door seals lose elasticity quickly, causing cold air to escape and forcing the compressor to work overtime. The interior layout is basic and inflexible. You're stuck with fixed shelves that don't adapt to real grocery needs. Temperature zones are poorly managed, meaning your dairy spoils while your vegetables freeze in the back. The exterior finish scratches easily, and handles feel loose or wobbly within months of use. Ice cube trays, if you're stuck using the old-fashioned kind, don't fit well in the tiny freezer compartments. Their customer support is nearly non-existent. Good luck finding someone who can help when something breaks. Parts availability is spotty, and when you do find what you need, it's often overpriced for what amounts to low-quality replacements. It's a budget brand that somehow manages to feel expensive in all the wrong ways once you factor in the frustration and food waste. Would you trust a magic trick you know is just smoke and mirrors? Probably not, but brace yourself. The next one's got just as many compromises. Number 6 goes to Danby. Fine for a dorm room or an office, but once you've got a family, this one just can't keep up. For small spaces, Danby offers decent value. Their mini fridges and apartment-sized models are reliable enough for light use, but scale up to a full-size fridge and the weaknesses multiply fast. Temperature control becomes erratic, especially in the freezer section, which struggles to stay below 0 during peak summer heat. The door seals wear out quickly, leading to condensation and energy waste. Shelving is adjustable but feels fragile, and the plastic components yellow and crack over time. Their compressors are quieter than older budget brands, but still noticeably louder than mid-tier competitors. Defrosting isn't fully automatic in many models, meaning you'll be chipping away at ice buildup manually, like it's 1987. The interior lighting is dim and sometimes flickers, and organizational options are limited. You're stuck with basic layouts that don't adapt to real grocery loads. Energy ratings are okay but not impressive. The cooling system lacks the precision of higher-end brands, resulting in uneven temperatures that can spoil food in certain zones while over-chilling others. Door bins are shallow and poorly secured, and they tend to crack or break off with regular use. The crisper drawers don't maintain proper humidity, and vegetables wilt faster than they should. Build quality is inconsistent. Some units hold up fine, while others develop rattles, leaks, or mechanical issues within the first year. Customer service is hit or miss, and warranty claims can drag on for weeks. It's a brand that works fine if your needs are minimal, but the moment you're storing for a family or serious meal prep, you'll feel the limitations daily. Danby's sweet spot is narrow, and outside of it, you're settling for just okay at a price that should get you better. Compact King, full-size compromise, and that's being generous. Let's see who actually starts delivering. At number 5, GE Appliances, the brand that's been in more American kitchens than any other. But does experience still mean quality? This is a brand that's been around forever, and that experience shows in their build quality and consistent performance. GE fridges are reliable, they cool evenly, maintain steady temperatures, and generally last a solid 10 to 15 years with basic maintenance. Their compressors are proven workhorses, and the layout options are practical, with adjustable shelving and decent crisper humidity controls. Energy efficiency has improved significantly over the past decade, with many models hitting Energy Star standards without issue. The door bins are sturdy, the interior lighting is bright, and their French door models offer good capacity for the footprint. Customer service is accessible and responsive compared to cheaper brands. Replacement parts are widely available, and finding a qualified repair tech is easy because the brand is so common. The ice and water dispensers, when included, work consistently without the frequent jams or leaks that plague budget brands. Temperature recovery after door openings is quick, and the cooling system handles heavy use without struggling. However, GE doesn't push boundaries. The smart features feel like afterthoughts. Clunky apps, limited integration, and nothing groundbreaking. The design is safe, bordering on bland, and you won't find the premium finishes or sleek innovations that competitors are rolling out. The stainless steel options show fingerprints easily, and the exterior styling hasn't evolved much in years. Interior organization is functional, but not inspired. No fancy adjustable zones or innovative storage solutions. For the price point, you're getting solid reliability but missing out on the refinement and tech-forward features that make modern kitchens feel elevated. It's a brand for people who prioritize function over flash, and there's real value in that. It's just not exciting. Have you had better luck with GE than the horror stories we've covered so far? You're in good company if you have. They're steady, just not spectacular. Now let's talk about brands that actually try to impress. Number 4, Whirlpool. Not the flashiest name on the list, but this one's got a reputation for lasting longer than most trends. This is a workhorse brand with a long track record of building fridges that just work. Temperature consistency is excellent. Set it once and forget it. The cooling system distributes air evenly, preventing hot spots and keeping food fresh longer without constant adjustments. Build quality is solid across the board. Metal shelves that don't bow, durable door bins, and gaskets that maintain their seal for years. Their full-size models offer generous storage with smart layout options that actually make sense for real grocery hauls. Energy efficiency is strong, often beating EPA standards, which keeps your monthly bills reasonable. The compressors are quiet and long-lasting, typically running 12 to 15 years before needing attention. Whirlpool's customer service network is one of the best in the industry. Parts are widely available, and techs are familiar with the systems. The ice and water dispensers are reliable, producing consistent cubes without jamming, and the filtration systems are easy to replace. Interior lighting is bright and well-placed, making it easy to find what you need. The humidity-controlled crisper drawers actually work, keeping produce fresh longer than cheaper competitors. Temperature zones are well managed, so dairy stays cold without freezing, and vegetables don't wilt prematurely. The downsides? The design is conservative. No bold aesthetics or standout finishes. The smart features are functional, but not cutting edge. Basic connectivity, simple apps, nothing that'll blow your mind. The exterior styling is utilitarian rather than stylish, and while the stainless options are decent, they're not as refined as premium brands. And while they're reliable, they don't have the premium polish or advanced features of higher-end brands. But if you want a fridge that cools your food, doesn't wake you up at night, and lasts through 2 presidential terms, Whirlpool delivers exactly that. Solid build, zero drama, just shy of being a showstopper. But the next brand brings something extra to the table. At number 3, LG, loaded with smart features and sleek design. But does all that tech make it better, or just more to fix? This brand nails the aesthetics. Clean lines, premium finishes, and door-in-door features that actually make sense. The InstaView knock-to-see inside glass panel is genuinely useful and cuts down on cold air loss. Smart features are robust. Wi-Fi connectivity, app controls, internal cameras so you can check your fridge from the grocery store, and voice assistant integration that actually works. Cooling performance is strong, with linear compressors that maintain tight temperature ranges and run quieter than traditional models. Energy efficiency is top tier, often exceeding standards by wide margins. The interior layouts are thoughtful, with adjustable shelving, humidity-controlled crispers, and plenty of door storage. The craft ice makers produce restaurant-quality spheres, and the water dispensers are fast and responsive. The Smart ThinQ app lets you adjust temps, monitor energy use, and even diagnose issues remotely. Build quality feels premium. Solid handles, smooth gliding drawers, and high-grade materials throughout. Where LG stumbles is in long-term durability. Compressor failures, though less common now than a few years ago, still pop up more than they should for a premium brand. Ice makers are a notorious weak point. They jam, leak, or stop working entirely, often within the first few years. The smart features, while impressive initially, can glitch or require frequent app updates that don't always work smoothly. Customer service is hit or miss. When things go smoothly, it's great, but when you're stuck in warranty limbo, it's frustrating. The tech-heavy features also mean more components that can fail, and repairs can be expensive when they're out of warranty. If you love innovation and modern convenience, LG delivers. Just know you're trading some peace of mind for the cutting edge. Is a shiny feature set worth the gamble on longevity? That's your call, but we're getting close to the ones that don't make you choose. At number 2, we have Samsung. Samsung brings premium tech, sharp design, and solid cooling performance at a price that doesn't feel punishing. This brand dominates the mid to high-end market for good reason. Their family hub models redefine what a fridge can do. Massive touchscreens, meal planning apps, grocery list syncing, streaming music, even displaying family photos. But even the non-hub models deliver. Cooling is precise and consistent, with twin cooling systems that manage fridge and freezer independently, preventing odor transfer and maintaining ideal humidity. The interiors are spacious and intelligently designed, with FlexZone drawers that adjust temps for different food types. Ice and water dispensers are fast and reliable, producing high-quality cubes without jamming. Energy efficiency is excellent across the lineup, often beating industry standards by significant margins. Build quality feels premium. Solid handles, smooth gliding drawers, and high-grade stainless that resists fingerprints. The LED lighting is bright and strategically placed, illuminating every corner. Samsung's compressors have improved significantly, and failure rates have dropped compared to earlier years. The smart features integrate seamlessly with Samsung's ecosystem and work well with Alexa and Google Assistant. Temperature zones are well managed, and the crisper drawers actually maintain proper humidity levels. The external water filters are easy to replace, and the ice makers rarely clog or malfunction. Where Samsung edges ahead is value. You're getting near luxury features without the luxury price tag. The design aesthetic is modern and sleek, fitting seamlessly into contemporary kitchens. They're not perfect. Some users report occasional software glitches on smart models, requiring reboots or firmware updates. Customer service can be slow during peak times, and warranty claims sometimes take longer than they should. But for most households, Samsung hits the sweet spot of innovation, reliability, and cost. You're getting a fridge that performs like a premium model without emptying your savings account. Smart, stylish, and surprisingly dependable. This is what modern refrigeration should feel like. But there's still one brand that does it even better. And finally, at number 1, Bosch. German engineering, whisper quiet, and built to last. Pure craftsmanship. This is German craftsmanship applied to refrigeration, and it shows in every detail. Bosch fridges are whisper quiet, often under 38 decibels, quieter than a library. You'll forget it's even running. Cooling precision is unmatched. Advanced sensors and adaptive airflow maintain exact temperatures across every zone, keeping food fresher for longer and reducing waste. Build quality is exceptional. Stainless steel interiors resist staining and odors, shelves are reinforced to handle heavy loads without bending, and door seals maintain integrity for 15+ years. Energy efficiency is at the top of the class, with many models using 20 to 30% less power than EPA minimums, saving you hundreds over the appliance's lifetime. The VitaFresh compartments use controlled humidity and near-freezing temps to extend produce and protein life by days, sometimes weeks. The LED lighting is perfectly positioned, illuminating every corner without harsh glare. Ice and water dispensers, when included, are engineered to perfection, fast, quiet, and reliable for years. Bosch doesn't chase gimmicks. No massive touchscreens or flashy smart features. Instead, they focus on what matters: reliable cooling, longevity, and thoughtful design. The door hinges are overbuilt, the gaskets are triple sealed, and every component feels like it was designed to last decades. Customer service is excellent, with knowledgeable reps and quick turnaround times. Parts availability is strong even years after purchase, and repairs are straightforward when they're actually needed. The only real downside is price. Bosch sits firmly in the premium tier, but when you factor in lifespan, efficiency, and the complete absence of headaches, the cost per year of ownership is competitive. This is a buy-it-once-and-forget-it brand for people who value quality and peace of mind over trends. Is Bosch overkill for a fridge? Or is it exactly what you've been missing this whole time? If you've dealt with the junk we ranked at the bottom, you already know the answer. There you have it, the brands that waste your money and the ones that earn every dollar. Don't fall for legacy names that stopped caring or cheap prices that cost you twice. Hit subscribe, and we'll keep breaking down what's real, what's trash, and what's worth protecting.